In this lesson, we will learn how to add a subtask to a project schedule using Microsoft Project. This should work for all versions starting from Microsoft Project 2013. Before we get started, don't forget to like the video by clicking on the thumbs up image and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell. I get this question a lot, and usually there are one of two scenarios or three scenarios. One, you have a project list and you want to identify subtasks under a major task or summary task. The second scenario is that you have inherited a Microsoft project file and you want to add a subtask but don't know how to. The third scenario is similar to the second, but the user wants to insert multiple tasks all at once in the middle of the schedule. I'll go over these scenarios. So we'll start with having a task list. So as you can see here on the screen, you can see that I have a whole list of tasks that I call it the simple task list. We want to make these all into subtasks, or some of them anyway. We want to give it some structure. So the first thing we want to do is we want to look at a major task that we want subtasks under it. So right here on line 2, I have project administration. And under that, I have authority to proceed, project planning and resources, schedule, and cost baseline. And then I have engineering design. So engineering design is my next major task. So everything from authority to proceed to schedule and cost baseline, all these three, I want them to be subtasks of project administration. So to do that, we can use the indent function in Microsoft Project, and we do that by going to our task tab. Once we're in task, we can go over here to the schedule grouping right here, and we look at these right here, these two buttons with the arrows. One is to outdent the task and the other is to indent the task. So here we're going to use indent task. It also tells us here that we can use Alt-Shift-Right and everything will be indented in. But here we'll just use the buttons. You can go ahead and use Alt-Shift-Right if you want to. So I'm going to click the button. So now I have created these three tasks into subtasks under project administration. I can continue to do that with the rest of my schedule. Under engineering, I know I want these right here all the way to material procurement. I want them to be under engineering design. Once I have them selected, I can go ahead to my task tab and then go to my indent task and click on indent. And so now I have indented these tasks to become subtasks of engineering design. Then we have here material procurement, and we have all these two tasks that belong to material procurement. And I'm going to do the same thing. Click on indent task, and we keep going through the whole schedule until we have indented all our tasks. Once we have indented all our tasks, I also see that I have this main task up here, number 1, line 1. I want all the tasks below it to be indented under this one. So all I have to do is select all the tasks underneath it and then click on indent task under the task tab. And now I have my schedule indented and also have all the subtasks where I need them under my major task or my summary task. So that was the first scenario. Before we continue, I want to tell you that you are doing great over there. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell so I can continue making these great videos and you will be notified immediately after I publish them. Now we will go over our second scenario of already having a schedule and having to add a subtask. There are a few ways to add a subtask. I'll go over a few. We have the schedule here right now. Let's add task. So when you're trying to add a task, anywhere in your schedule, if it's say I want something above wing modification right here, then I'm going to select the wing modification because whatever I add will be above it. So that is anywhere in your schedule. However, we add the task, the new task, that is how it works in Microsoft Project. So now that we have selected wing modification here, we can go up here to, again, our task tab, and then we can go to right here to insert group, and we have task. We can just click on insert task. And right here, when I hover over it, it says insert a new task above the selected task. New tasks are scheduled based on the schedule mode setting. So whatever mode we have it on, that's what it will be scheduled on. I'm going to click on it. And as you can see right above wing modification, we have a new task. And then we can just start typing the name of our task. My new task. And there we have it. So I'm going to undo this because we're going to go over a few more. So I want my new task to be in the same area, but I want a blank line. To do that, we can go to Task tab and then go to the Insert tab and then open up this upside down triangle. And then we're going to go ahead and click on Blank Row. And so now here we have a blank row and we can add our task. Now we can say my new task again. And there we go. Now we have a new task right above wing modification. So I'm going to undo this again. And we're going to learn a new way to add a task. So the next way to do this is to right click on wing modification on your mouse and then go to insert task. There you go. You have a new task right there. I'm going to undo this again. The last way to add a subtask in here is to make sure that if you have a keyboard and it has the insert button, then you can click insert and it will insert it right above the task that we have highlighted. So I'm going to go ahead and click insert and we get a blank line. So those are the ways that we have to add new tasks. So I'm going to undo here again, Control Z. And then the last scenario is where we want to insert multiple tasks all at once in our schedule. So this is very, very similar to what we've been doing up to now. So what we need to do, because they're going to be multiple at once, we need to understand how many tasks we want to do. So if I want 3 tasks, I highlight 3 tasks right below where I want my new task. So that means the new task will be above this selection. Okay. So now we go to our task tab and then we go to add task. And you can see now I have 3 tasks here. So we're going to go and do the same thing. I'm going to undo, Control Z, and I'm going to open this up and click on blank row. And we get 3 blank rows because that's what we selected. And we go undo. And we're going to continue and do the same thing as we did before. Everything should work the same way. We right click here. We select all the tasks that we want in there. The amount of tasks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 tasks. And then we right click and insert task. And so now we have 7 tasks in here. Undo. I'm going to click now on my keyboard on the insert button. And now we have quickly 7 new tasks above wing modification. So in this lesson, you learned how to add and insert new tasks in Microsoft Project.